Fight. Hey, welcome back to So Here's the Thing, episode 8. We got Andrew, Mason, myself, Blake, and special guest Albert.
What's up, guys?
How y'all doing?
Alan, still not here.
Being a douchebag.
I don't know. I didn't talk to him at all
Every
today.
time he wants to do a podcast, I'm busy.
I don't want to do it. It's too early. It's
He's
yeah,
like
early college.
15. What does he have to do with his life?
I don't know. He
Bro,
just being-
freshman things.
Freshman things, that's tough.
Freshman things. I don't know. But so in the couple last podcasts, we've been talking about everyone's college like opportunities and where they got accepted and where they're going. So Albert, how about you?
I just committed to Central Connecticut State University a couple of weeks ago. I actually just got off the phone with the head coach this morning, and we were just talking about, college football stuff and how he wants me to play on the team and this and that. So, yeah, that's where I'll be going the next 4 years, D1, living the dream.
What position do you think you'll play?
I always I always want to go D1, but it's a different level of like commitment and stress and all that stuff. I was like, I don't know. I feel like just D3 is where you could just lay back and just you can still play, but not have the stress of being D1 too.
Right.
But I don't know.
Is there anyone else from Rhode Island going there? That you know?
So actually, I'm going there. James from Hendricken is going there.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then Tyreek, the quarterback, the dual third quarterback from Central, is also going there as well. So those are three great players from Rhode Island, I think.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. Yeah.
Are they good? Because I don't really hear about them.
They're both really good players. You hear about what's his name? Tyreek, who's he's a star player of his team, but James, it's Hendricken. There's Angel Sanchez.
What about the school, the team, the actual team? Are they good?
So when I tell you, this team has won the NEC conference title for the past 2 years, I think. No, 3 years, because Trey won it. Trey got the ring his freshman year when he went there 2 years ago, and then this year they won it as well. So they have a pretty lit squad.
Okay. I got it. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all in all, it's weird because I haven't visited the school yet, a college visit, but I went there for a camp in the summer. So I was kind of just going off the fact that it's an opportunity. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. So something was just compelling me to take it.
Yeah, that's how I would see it too. Yeah.
Do you like have you met the coaches and stuff?
I met one of the coaches. Actually surprised me with a visit at school before.
Oh, really?
And and then so he's the coach that's been recruiting me, and I just talked to the head coach for the first time. When I went there last year as a junior for a camp, I met all the coaches. I talked to a few of them. I met other coaches from other schools as well. So,
that sounds pretty good.
Yep.
Hope you enjoy it. That'll be fun to Where's how far is it, by the way, from here?
It's an hour and a half.
1.5.
That's not bad.
Are you living on campus? Or you living off campus somewhere?
No, I'm gonna live on campus. Depending on how much scholarship money I continue to gain, I'll decide whether I'm living on campus or I'm going off, or I'm just gonna go get an apartment with someone else and just play and live around the school.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you guys saw. Did you guys see Mr. Richards' email?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's why.
August 2nd?
Huh?
August 2nd? Wait, what email are you talking about?
That was the one we get our graduation pushed back to August 2nd.
Yeah.
If it doesn't get planned. I hope it does get planned. I feel in June it would be okay. I feel this would be all it won't be it'll be a little concerned, but it won't be as concerning as it is right now.
He said that if it gets rescheduled, we're gonna have it August 2nd.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's far. That's
That is
so
far.
far. That's gonna ruin so many people's vacations and all that stuff. They won't even get to go.
URI kids are gonna be at TD, so half our graduation class is not even gonna be there.
That's
I know
crazy.
some people I don't know I heard mad people black colleges like move in early too, like for sports. So like
Yeah, I was gonna say if you do a sport, you gotta move in early, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it depends what sport you're playing too.
Yeah, well, fall
But-
sports,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah. I don't know. It's gonna like mess with so many like. It will feel so different. Like it would just be like I feel like when like the day we actually graduate, we don't have it. It would feel like nothing happened.
Yeah,
Right.
because usually you're supposed to like. That's like, I mean, for seniors, that's like the last like time you go to school, like for or like something for school for high school
Yeah.
graduation. Then after that, you just summer, then
Yeah.
college. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's gonna throw so many schedules off whack. I just wanna just give me my diploma so I can party with my family and then just go to college. That's all I want.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
bro,
I might
like
be
good
on-
African food that your mom makes.
Oh, bro. Oh my
Bro,
God.
Albert's mom can cook like no tomorrow.
Bro.
Holy, bro, literally, I'll go to Albert's house just to get a plate.
Like, no, like, there have been times Mason's come to get a cut, and my mom's like, "Oh, do you want some food?" And me and Mason will sit down in the living room and eat some food.
Bro, like for real. And like, yo, I can handle spicy, but like Albert's mom will kill me with spice. But it slaps so hard.
Yeah, when people ask like, "How are you so big? What do you eat?" African food. That's the secret, bro. I'm telling you.
Is it so much African food or is it Liberian food? That's the main.
It's Liberian food because Liberian food it's healthy in an unhealthy way. It's so we eat a lot of greens and a lot of beans and stuff, so we have a lot of proteins and carbs, but we fry everything with like different oils as well. So like, and we eat a lot of rice. Like there's a saying that a Liberian man hasn't eaten dinner until he eats rice. Like that's just how it be.
That's
like
that's
every day,
like a Portuguese
what-
guy didn't have like, I don't know, bread.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's what I thrive off, man. I was
Right.
cooking yesterday. My mom came home today and was like, "So, Albert, you cooked?" I'm like, yeah. She's like, "What'd you cook?" I explained it to her and she was like, "What?" And I was like, "But it was good though." As dad, and my dad obviously liked it. And it wasn't like as good as her food, but like, yeah, it's just African food is different, bro. I'm telling you.
Have you cut anybody's hair yet? Because you're like the school barber.
I've cut a few people's. I cut my dad's the other week. He didn't pay me. I'm gonna fight him later. I cut one of my friends that live around here. I cut my cousins, and nobody from school yet. But that's pretty much it. And my own. I cut my own hair. So get me lit.
Yeah. How is that? How is that hard? How would you cut your own?
So cutting my own hair, the process takes like an hour and a half.
Oh,
Like
you
you,
gotta go slow.
yeah. Usually cutting someone's hair will take like 45 minutes, 30 minutes around there. For me, it's just like it's so much worse because when you're cutting the right side of your hair, you can use your right hand. But when you're cutting the left, you have to use your left or else you mess it up. And I'm not left-handed. So I have to go really slow with like everything I do on my left side. And then, yeah. And then the cleanup process on top of that, because I do it in my own bathroom. But
Yeah.
pretty much like I've just gotten the skill down. So
Damn, yeah. I haven't got a haircut in like 2 weeks, but
Yes, I think like
I got one. I got one right at the beginning of like the whole quarantine period.
Yeah,
and I haven't
same.
got- yeah. But I see so many people complain about that.
yeah, I don't gotta worry about haircuts. That's one thing like I thought about as a junior. I was like, if I go to college, I want to think of a way to make money, so I'm gonna cut people's hair. And I remember my first haircut was so bad. I think, yo, and my family tried to lie to me and say it was good. Yo, I think I would have killed myself if I came to school with that haircut.
Well,
And I
what
cut
was
it
that?
for like Christmas vacation, so it grew in by the time we went back to school. But yeah.
Oh damn, that's perfect time. You like mess up, but then you have time to like recover before
Right,
you go out in public.
hmm Exactly.
Damn.
So, not to switch up the topic, but did anyone have like any vacation plans for the summer? Or no?
Yeah, I'm going to Portugal end of June, but I mean that's not really gonna get interrupted unless it continues for that long.
Yeah.
But
I don't
like,
know if they because like the band's still in for like to leave the country and like enter the country. So I don't know how long that's gonna last either.
Yeah, unless if it lasts till like June, then we probably won't go.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. How about you, Mace?
I was supposed to be at Coachella this weekend.
Oh yeah.
He was.
Rough.
uh,
Nah, bro, I kept on getting sad because I would see like my Snapchat memories.
from
And
a
I
year ago.
I'd just be like memorizing. I'd be like, damn, I could be out partying right now, but I'm stuck at my home.
Yeah.
Mason is like the other like couple million people that went to Coachella last year. He's like looking through the Snapchat story, crying
That's-
about this issue.
Yeah, and then Coachella had like a online thing called Couchella instead of Coachella, and it was just like the history of Coachella, which
Uh-huh.
was dope.
That's
But
cool.
then the other day, I was talking to this girl named Grace, and I go to Coachella with her. She's just like a family friend, and I'm talking to her, and she goes to school. She goes to college in Atlanta. I don't remember her schooling. And I'm talking to her, and she says, "Yo, I don't think we're gonna like, cause obviously it got like pushed to October."
Mhm.
And she's like, "Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have it in October." Like, what do you mean? She says, "I think it's gonna get postponed again until April of like next year, like when like Coachella is actually like supposed to be on."
Jeez.
So they're just gonna skip it for this year.
I mean, I don't know. That's what she thinks.
I mean, what would have been smart? Like, I get that they rescheduled it to October, but what if they just like canceled it and had it like next year? But like,
It's
like
just because
kept everybody that bought tickets for this year, like, like stayed this year.
Yeah.
So if you bought tickets for this year, you can go to next year's for free because you already bought it.
Yo,
Yeah,
Blake.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mason. We were talking.
No, go ahead. I froze.
Yo, Mason. I was talking to my mom yesterday, and she
Yeah.
was saying that like she has a friend at work, and her daughter goes to Rick, and she was saying that like she doesn't even know if like the fall classes are gonna be ready for Rick either,
Damn.
because of all of this. So we might even not have like fall classes for like the first couple weeks.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't go that long in the summer. Because imagine staying in your house all summer.
I know.
long.
I'd go crazy.
Like,
To be honest,
dude,
I'd go crazy. Like,
ridiculous.
we've been like this for
Like,
Over-
okay,
Bro, I was
obviously you
crazy
can go
3 weeks
outside,
ago.
but like,
yeah, obviously go outside. Yeah, like
yeah,
I was like,
obviously you
doing
can go
stuff.
outside, but like, you can't go to like beaches. You can't like go
Amusement parks, like Six Flags, like
like yeah,
all that stuff. You can't travel.
nothing. That
Nah,
really
bro.
sucks.
And this summer was supposed to be like a vibe because I
Yo.
don't have football camp, so I can just chill. I don't
Yeah.
have any football practice, so I don't have to think of that. Obviously, Albert doesn't. You're playing soccer, so you do, but Blake doesn't either. So I have no responsibilities. I can do whatever I want. I don't have Coach Sassy yelling at me every day. And, it's just it was supposed to be lit.
Right.
I have a car. I can go wherever I want. My parents they don't really care unless I'm driving to Guam, but
I'm sure.
it was supposed to be so lit. So I'm hoping it's still lit.
I know.
I'm sure you two have a lot more stories about Sassy, but I remember the first time I walked in to like an indoor practice because it was raining outside. So I
Oh
walked
my
in
goodness.
to pick up my brother, and all I hear is Tay, get over here, and they yelled at him because he threw the ball in the gym, like screamed at him or whatever. Oh my god, that was hilarious.
Yo,
Bro, he's scarred me from
y'all don't know about Sassy, bro.
He's
Oh my
so in the classroom he would.
I hear stories, but like I hear that like in class he's like a normal teacher, but then when you go on the football field, he's like.
No, in class sometimes like
No, in class,
he
he's
puts some
an
jokes in
asshole,
class
Oh,
too.
really?
Sometimes.
But I heard on the
He's an
football field it's a lot
asshole in
worse.
class, bro.
Nah, he's just
Like-
a funny dude.
Like in class, like he'll sub Tyree and basically call him stupid. The whole class will start laughing.
Yeah, like all the, like he calls all the players tired. Like he calls them all like stupid, all that stuff.
Yeah, I
Oh,
remember Jack was
good
telling me
thing to
one
say.
story.
His favorite thing to say, your parents would be proud. Anytime you mess up, 2 + 2 = 3. Yeah, and I'm a soccer coach. Your parents would be proud. Anyways, like something dumb like that. Like,
Yeah.
Bro, what is the most embarrassing story you guys had in your 4 years of St. Ray's like on the football team?
oh,
I have a
shoot.
lot. I have a lot.
I have a lot. Shoot.
Like
Yeah,
most
oh.
embarrassing, like you messed up a play and it's your fault, or like and like you got yelled at, or like something.
Oh,
that,
okay. Yo, so during the football week, so like Mondays would be like game prep for that week,
Yeah.
right? Tuesday would be, it changed throughout the year, but Tuesday would either be offense or defense today, and Wednesday would be offense or defense today. I don't remember. And then Thursday would be like game prep again. Then Friday we obviously would play. So on Tuesdays when we had defense, when I first started playing football, we did this thing called pursuit drill. Pursuit drill is when you line up, right? So like the whole defense lines up, and then Coach Sassy's right there with the ball, right? And whatever he'll say, whatever, and then he'll throw the ball to a direction, okay?
And the whole team has to run to that.
Yeah, to this thing called a rabbit, and the rabbit would run, okay? And we would just have to like run to the side and do like hit it or like chopping our knees and do like a so whatever. So like I think it's my third time doing it freshman year, right? So I'm there, I'm like so ready to go. I'm in my stance. Each time I did it, I went to the wrong place. Sassy made me run the rest of practice because there was like sections. So right, say if I ran to the left side, there's the first section, third section, first, second, and third sections, and like depending on your position, you would have to run to like each like place. I messed it up every time. He made me run the rest of practice. I didn't do team. I didn't do individuals. I did laps the whole time, bro. It was awful.
What did he say?
He was like, Mason, are you fucking stupid or dumb? I was like, all right. My first year playing football, I don't know a lick about it, you know? And then I'm running to the right side. I'm just running to the wrong, like, position or, like, position place. Literally went off on me. Oh, my God.
I think that, dang, my most, like, embarrassing thing that happened on the football field. Okay, so snap. Okay, so I think this was a defensive day because the defense was working on punt because punt is technically a defensive play, and then we were basically the scout team for the punt team, right? So, no. The scout team was on punt, right? And the defense was punt return. So basically, this was freshman year. Basically, when you're on punt, when the long snapper snaps the ball, everyone that's lined up is supposed to run and go tackle the punt returner when he catches the ball on the other side of the field. So I don't know if y'all know who Xavier is, but Xavier is probably one of the shiftiest kids that's ever come through St. Ray's.
Yeah, I know.
So what happens is I'm convinced I'm about to hit this kid X so hard, right? And then all of a sudden, a big, gigantic fat kid, number 4, named Eddie, right? I forget his last name. But Eddie comes, and Eddie flattened me out so bad. When I got up, I didn't know what happened. And, like, I was like, yo, what the fuck just happened? And, like, my whole neck was hurting. So, like, I don't know if anyone watched that happen, but I got flattened that day. And, like, for the rest of the practice, I was just, like, on the side, and I was scared to go onto scout team for the rest of the day. Like, I just stayed on the sideline the rest of the day. Damn. But, like, yeah, it's not every day that I get laid out on the football field. So that was an interesting day for me.
So that was a first.
That was definitely not the first. There had been times before. That was just the most public it's been. Like I got as a freshman, mind you, when I was a freshman, I was 230 and I probably lost 30 pounds throughout the season. So I wasn't as heavy as I am now. So I got bullied. Like that's just your freshman year. That's just how you go through it, and then you eventually progress either into a good player or a sideline player or a decent enough player to get on the field because St. Ray's football, 40 players. And yeah, I mean, shoot, there were times as a senior. No, there are not times as a senior I got laid out on the football field, but yeah, shoot, it happens. It does. What?
Depends on who you are as a senior.
Right, it does depend on who you are as a senior. There were seniors I laid out on the football field.
Yeah.
For fun.
Yeah, but that's different because you're a big guy and they're probably small.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think
go ahead,
I will keep on.
No. You go.
I think my most embarrassing moment, it was like in practice or anything, it was in an actual game. I think Blake, you saw this on or something. It was against Woonsocket. So it just started. The second half just started. Like throughout the season, I was starting because Emiliano got hurt, like in the preseason. So I was doing all right. So when he came back, like we started switching halves. This is the day that I lost my goalie position. This is the day I lost it. So I'm serious. This is the day I lost it. So Woonsocket, it was like 3 games left in the season.
Bad.
Like, this was like to see who would start in the playoffs, right? So so they started Emiliano Woonsocket, and we're up like 3-0, right? He puts me in, right? So the second half starts. We're just passing around the back, and then they start pressuring us. We didn't expect it. So Danny passes it to me, and you know those videos on YouTube, like worst goalie mistakes.
Where like he lets the ball go in.
To me, and this is the first time that's ever happened to me in like while playing. So the ball's coming back to me, and mind you, like the Woonsocket field, like we're playing like
not the greatest.
Back.
Yeah,
there.
it's not.
So it's a little bumpy. So it was like rolling, and then all of a sudden it hit a little divot, and it went under my foot into the net.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, that has never happened to me in my life.
You tried to step on the ball, right, and just went right under your foot.
No, yeah, so I put my foot on the ground, but I guess there's a little divot when it hit it, and it went just under my foot perfectly. It hit my studs first, which kind of slowed it down, but it still went in. The funny thing is, though, I didn't get yelled at. Danny got yelled at. He goes, "Why the fuck you passing the ball backwards? Pass it upwards next time." And he was like, "That's not my fault, coach. It's not my fault." He goes,
it really isn't either person's fault. It's just the field sucks. But even
I was like, "Oh my God!" I was so pissed that game. Like
I remember, like looking at you, like, "What the hell happened?"
Everyone was trying to talk to me, like saying it's okay, Andrew. I'm like, "No, it's not okay." We still won though, but I just felt like an idiot. Like,
you know what I thought? I looked away because who was gonna pay attention to a backwards pass? Like I looked away to do something, and so like because I didn't think anything was gonna happen. I thought it was just gonna clear it up and whatever, normal Andrew things. And the ball went in the net. So in my head, I'm thinking like it hit something and went over him somehow. I don't know, and it went in.
No, it was like
I literally couldn't figure out how the ball went in. So then he told me after. I was like,
yeah, that was the day I lost my goalie position. 3 games before playoffs started. That's when I lost.
Yeah. Hey, y'all still won a championship.
I know we still won, but
don't want to stay.
Oh my God. Good thing.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, I have a bad game moment. So I don't know if y'all know, but the last game I was supposed to get a few reps in that running back.
Holy God.
So here's the thing, right?
Like, remember the fridge in Chicago Bears? Remember that guy called the fridge?
Right. Yeah, pretty much. I'm not that slow. On the D line, I cannot play as fast as I am because it's freaking D line. But here's the thing, right? I'm like a 5 flat. I have a 5 flat 40. Okay. So, like when I tell you, we were in practice and I practiced the play I was supposed to run, right? And I think I took off. Like the last person that was left to defend me was Matt Hallenbach. And like he tried to hold on to me and I stiff armed him. Like I could have scored a touchdown. So we're playing Moses Brown. I don't know how many things happened during this game, bro. So the game was supposed to start. Lightning starts coming out of nowhere. It starts to pour like crap. So like already the game's delayed like 45 minutes, right? And then we start the game. For some reason, this game shouldn't have been as hard as it was for me. But like, I don't know. Maybe I wasn't like physically good that day. But like, my stomach was really hurting during the game. But I still killed it. Like, I was racking up sacks. I think I had like 5 sacks that day, right?
Bro, Albert took his helmet off and his head was like overheating, bro. You could see
steaming, right? Yes,
I remember that.
So finally, and on the last sack, I remember the last sack. I threw my body at the quarterback because the way the offensive lineman was at me, he could have like chopped my leg down, and then like I wouldn't have even gotten the sack. So the way I hit my stomach was hard. Plus, Hold on. All right. Sorry, someone was calling me.
Yeah.
So on top of that, I got a cramp in both my legs on the last sack. So here's the thing. Yo, who is calling me? This is so annoying. Like, I'm trying to tell a good story. Like, the heck? Nobody. All right. Anyways, so the last play, coach finally calls the play I'm supposed to run the ball. So I came off the sideline with 2 cramps in my leg. He finally calls the play. Last play of the game. When he had the whole game, I don't even think they scored. Maybe it might have scored like 1 touchdown. And in my head, I'm like, all right, the cramps went away. I ate some salt. I drank a lot of Gatorade and water. I got fluids in my system. I'm good. Maybe I can get like 15 yards on this play, right? Yo. So first off, I don't know if y'all know, but when I'm not on the offensive line, there are very restricted places you can run the ball to. On top of the fact that they put all the big kids in on the last play, like they still had their starters in. So I go to run the ball. I look for a hole. There's no hole. And then I try to just truck my way through people, and the cramps in my legs come back. And so I just went down. And I got like 2 yards on the play.
Albert, you told me $20 for that. Yo, at the beginning of the week, Albert told me he was getting a run play. I was like, yo, Albert, $20 if you make it more than 5 yards.
Yes. Yeah,
he still owes me $20
for that. I still do owe you money for that. Cause like, in practice I like took off, and then in the game I was like, what? Why?
Nah, bro, we were up so much at the time. I just started like I don't play offense, so I was on the sideline. I was just crying of laughter, you know. But then, bro, like I've never been so tired in a game before. I don't know why. It was like
right.
half. Bro,
right.
I was getting like all the like because I played nose or I played nose, and I was like, bro, I was dead literally in the second quarter. I don't know why. I was
like, because guys probably didn't like play a game in like so long. Like that game, like.
Yeah, I think that's what it was actually. Cause we.
What's crazy though too? I went to a Moses Brown playoff game last year. Like they were good last year, and then all of a sudden they were awful.
That's what happens because freaking they don't have any upperclassmen.
Yeah,
that's how our team has been the past 2 years. Except last year we had no excuse. The senior class was I just like that senior class low key. Not like the people, but as a collective, they were just not the right
on the field. Yeah.
Anything.
But like all in all, it's just like they lost all their seniors last year. Like they lost their quarterback, they lost their wideouts, and that's all they were. And their lineman was the size of freaking Blake, like your brother. Like that's that. Like he was the size of your brother. So like, I mean, their coach. So I remember having this conversation with Coach Sass. I don't know if y'all know, but I'm actually like fairly close with Coach Sass. Where like we had a conversation. I don't know if it was over the phone or in the weight room, but he was telling me about Moses Brown, and he basically said like their coach left last year knowing they were going to suck, so they lost the coach too. And I was like, yeah, this is pitiful. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's crazy. Anyway, we're gonna end it here, guys. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed episode. What are we on now? 8? Yeah, episode 8. It's been myself, Blake, Mason, Andrew, and Albert, and we'll see y'all next time.
Thanks for watching.
Peace out, guys.